Have you ever laid in bed at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, while your mind replays a conversation you had 3 years ago? Or perhaps you're facing a new project, a new relationship, or a simple life change, but you find yourself frozen, paralyzed by 1,000-watt IFS that feel like an anchor dragging you down. This mental exhaustion is what we call overthinking, and in our fast-paced modern world, it has become a silent epidemic. We believe that by thinking more, we are solving more, but the truth is often the opposite. We are just digging a deeper hole. But what if the solution wasn't to think harder, but to shift your perspective entirely using a secret that Japanese culture has perfected over centuries? Today, I am going to introduce you to a powerful 1-minute Japanese rule that is designed to instantly reset your mind, break the cycle of anxiety, and return you to a state of flow. This isn't just a productivity hack, it is a way of reclaiming your peace. Before we dive into the heart of this ancient wisdom, I'd love to invite you to join our circle of growth. If you are a woman seeking to align your modern life with timeless ancestral grace, please consider subscribing to our channel. It would be an honor to have your essence as part of this community, where we support each other in becoming our most tranquil and powerful selves. Now, let's look at why our minds get trapped in these loops in the first place. In the West, we are taught that more is better, more analysis, more planning, more effort. We treat our brains like machines that must never stop. But in the traditional Japanese worldview, there is a profound respect for the space between thoughts, a concept known as ma. When we overthink, we are crowding out that sacred space. We are filling our internal temple with noise, leaving no room for intuition or clarity to breathe. Think about the last time you felt truly overwhelmed. Was it because the task was too hard, or because your mind had built a mountain of complications around it? Overthinking is essentially the ego's way of trying to control a future that doesn't exist yet. It is a form of resistance to the present moment. The Japanese philosophy of Kaizen and the discipline of Zen teach us that the most profound changes don't come from massive, stressful leaps, but from the quietest, smallest actions. This 1-minute rule is the key to unlocking that stillness. It is a bridge from the chaos of too much to the elegance of just enough. The reason this 1-minute rule works so effectively where other methods fail is because it bypasses the brain's natural resistance to change. When we decide we need to fix our lives or stop a major habit like overthinking, our brain often perceives this as a threat. It creates a friction that makes us want to retreat back into our old, anxious patterns. But 1 minute is different. 1 minute is non-threatening. It is a window of time so small that your ego doesn't feel the need to fight it, yet it is just long enough to signal a total nervous system reset. Imagine your mind as a pond. When you are overthinking, you are constantly throwing heavy stones into that pond, creating endless ripples that distort the reflection of the world around you. You cannot see the bottom, and you cannot see the truth. Most of us try to stop the ripples by splashing our hands in the water, trying to force it to be still. But as any Zen master would tell you, that only creates more turbulence. The secret is to stop throwing the stones and simply wait. This 1-minute transition is that moment of waiting. It is the intentional pause that allows the sediment of your thoughts to settle at the bottom, leaving the water crystal clear. Before I reveal the specific steps of how to perform this 1-minute reset, I want you to take a second and be honest with yourself. I want you to look at the patterns in your life right now. In the comments below, write the word clear if you are ready to let go of the mental noise that has been holding you back. Acknowledging it is the first step toward the transformation we are discussing. This practice is deeply rooted in the concept of Shoshin, or the beginner's mind. When we overthink, we act as if we already know all the negative outcomes. We become experts in our own future failures. But with this Japanese approach, we return to the state of a beginner, someone who doesn't know, and therefore, someone who is open to all possibilities. It's about moving from a state of I must solve this to a state of I am observing this. In the upcoming moments, you will see that this rule isn't about clearing your mind through force, it's about a very specific physical and mental alignment that takes exactly 60 seconds. Many women who have adopted this practice report that the heavy weight on their chest disappears almost instantly. They find that the decision they were agonizing over for weeks suddenly becomes obvious. It feels like waking up from a foggy dream into the bright morning sun. But why exactly does 1 minute have such power? Why not 5 or 10? The answer lies in the delicate balance between your biology and your spirit, a balance that the ancient traditions understood long before modern science began to study the brain's neuroplasticity. We are about to break down exactly how to position your body and focus your breath to trigger this shift. The beauty of the 1-minute rule lies in its simplicity, but do not mistake simplicity for a lack of power. To begin this reset, you must first understand the Japanese concept of hara, which refers to your physical and spiritual center located just below the navel. When we overthink, all our energy is trapped in our heads, spinning in circles, disconnected from the rest of our bodies. The first 30 seconds of this rule are dedicated to grounding that energy back into your center. You can do this anywhere, in your car, at your desk, or while standing in a busy line. You start by straightening your spine, not with tension, but with the elegance of a bamboo stalk that is both firm and flexible. This posture alone sends a signal to your brain that the emergency is over. As you breathe in, imagine you are drawing strength from the earth beneath you, and as you breathe out, you are releasing the thought dust that has cluttered your vision. The second half of this minute involves a specific mental shift called mushin, or the mind without mind. Instead of trying to push your thoughts away, which only makes them stronger, you become an observer. You look at your anxious thoughts as if they are clouds passing over a mountain. The mountain doesn't move just because a storm is blowing by. You are the mountain. By dedicating exactly 60 seconds to this alignment of posture, breath, and observation, you create a psychological circuit breaker. It interrupts the electrical loop of overthinking and forces your nervous system to switch from the fight or flight mode into the rest and digest mode. It is a biological reset button. Many of the most successful and poised women in Japanese history used similar micromeditations to maintain their grace under immense pressure. They knew that a woman who cannot be shaken by her own thoughts is a woman who can conquer any external challenge. Think about how much time you have wasted in the last week alone just ruminating on things you cannot change. If you had used just one of those minutes for this practice, where would you be right now? You might find that the answer you were looking for wasn't hidden in a library of thoughts, but in the silence that follows this 60-second reset. It is often in that very first breath after the minute is up that the aha moment arrives. It's as if a veil has been lifted. But there is one final secret to making this rule stick, a way to ensure that the overthinking doesn't just come rushing back the moment you stop. It involves a traditional way of closing the ritual that seals the peace into your subconscious mind. This final step is what transforms a temporary break into a permanent shift in your character. The final secret to sealing this 1-minute reset is a concept known as zanshin, or the state of relaxed awareness. In the final seconds of your practice, instead of immediately rushing back into your to-do list or picking up your phone, you must allow a lingering moment of stillness. It is like the strike of a temple bell. Even after the sound stops, the vibration remains in the air. This vibration is your new baseline of peace. By intentionally choosing to carry this stillness into your next task, you are teaching your brain that you are no longer a slave to your impulses. You are the architect of your own mental environment. Overthinking is a habit, but so is tranquility. Every time you choose this 1-minute rule over the chaos of rumination, you are rewiring your destiny. You are moving away from the frantic energy that exhausts the spirit and toward the refined, ancestral essence of a woman who moves through the world with purpose and poise. Remember, the goal is not to never have an anxious thought again. That is impossible. The goal is to become so grounded in your center that those thoughts can no longer knock you off balance. You have the power to reset your mind at any moment, as many times a day as you need. This is your birthright. As we come to the end of our journey today, I want to thank you for dedicating this time to your inner growth. If this message resonated with your heart and you feel called to explore more of this path, I would love for you to subscribe and stay with us. By joining this channel, you are committing to a life of more depth, more grace, and less noise. Let's continue to rediscover these ancient lessons together, building a life that feels as beautiful on the inside as it looks on the outside. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of our shared wisdom. Until we meet again, take a deep breath, find your center, and remember that peace is not something you find, it is something you create, 1 minute at a time. Carry this Japanese secret with you today, and watch how the world begins to respond to your newfound stillness. You are capable, you are calm, and you are enough. Stay mindful, stay elegant, and I will see you in the next video.